Come on. Let's make sure we can see it here. All right. Hey, everybody. This is James, and I am coming to you live from quarantine in California. And we're going to do an amazing comedy show for you. We have three great, amazing comedians, Mr. David Ross, Mr. Luke McCoy, and also Mr. David Studebaker. Everybody. This is James, and I am coming to you live. So, all right. So here we go. Sorry about that little feedback there, but we're going to get this party started. We're going to introduce our first comedian coming to you live from Arizona via his own web cam thing there. Please give it up for Mr. David Ross.
Hey, thank you. Thanks. I'm David Ross, Comedy Sauce. Okay. Yes. Hope everyone's doing good in the cornfields, quarantine. I've been building Legos. That's an elephant, frog. This is what you do in quarantine. So, all right. I am the David Ross Comedy Sauce. I was born with that name. Ross, like the discount clothing store where you buy t-shirts and hats. It's a treasure hunt in there. I'm really not that exciting. So, this is weird with no audience. I have no, okay. That was a funny joke. I'm a bargain. I'm a real bargain, or I'm free. Dress for less. They have that on YouTube. Yeah. I am the joke. So that's what this is like a real open mic now. I'm the joke. So I don't know. It's just hard when it comes from like my dad or my elephant. I've been building Legos all day, so that's true. I just got this haircut. Like I was like, hey, and I showered. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get a job at a place where people go, but nobody's hiring for those jobs. I was gonna get a job at Chuck E. Cheese. No, they're not even accepting applications right now. You know who is accepting applications? The military. They are. I guess they need some help out there. Yeah, love my kids. I have a bunch of kids. I have 3 kids. I put my favorite, I built them bunk beds. You know how kids like bunk beds? So I built them bunk beds in quarantine, and I love all my kids the same, but I put my least favorite one up on top bunk. Put them up there, and then I installed a ceiling fan. Yeah, he loves that. He complains of headaches, and he swings on it. I just got this haircut. Yeah, my first job was Chuck E. Cheese. I was the rat. You make the best out of things. Zzz. This is a stand-up comedy show for the babies. All right, very amused babies. I was gonna take a vacation this week. I was supposed to be on vacation this week. Yep. They said, I was a kid once. So put that out there. I used to be a kid not too long ago. And I invented a lot of games. I invented this game called Catch. I'm going to pick up the mic. This is a snowball. So I invented this game called Catch. You ever play that one? That's a fun, hot game. Yeah, it's like with a knife. All right. I'll get better at this, I'm sure, like tomorrow and the next day. Well, that knife throwing game didn't last very long. I don't know. I've had a lot of different jobs. I'm currently I'm work from home now. Okay. I'm a home worker. Oh, I don't know. Skunks are great. You've been seeing skunks out there now, coming out with the end of the world. Skunks thinks they're ninjas of the night. They're like the ninja. They think they're ninjas of the night. Like they have no idea that they have a big white stripe down their back. All they see is their little black paws, so they think they're all that. Yeah, I like making that sound. Zzz. It's like I'm getting electrocuted. One time I was in drama class and I stuck my finger in an outlet and it zzz me. That's when it all started. After that, I drank paint. I collect above ground pools because they're hot. I put a jet ski in one. You're doing a great job. I don't know. They say now's the time to get a DUI. I got a DUI once at a Taco Bell drive-thru. Okay. I went straight to jail. The jail food is better than Taco Bell. Anyways, so that's the truth. Hot and sour. I got a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And a glass of milk, and they were trying to get my socks. I worked at Starbucks. That was like the first job I ever transferred with. I was the whipped cream master. So I'll be making whipped cream right now, if that was a thing. So yeah, everything's going great. We're not freaking out. Oh no, I got it. I'm not freaking out at all. And so I just hope everyone stays safe out there and keep it together. Just try and keep it together. We're all inside. Thank you very much. I'm David Ross. Keep it together. Keep it together.
All right. Great job, David Ross. Everybody give it up for David Ross. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you so much, David, for your great set there. That was hilarious. You're doing a great job. Podcast. This is his podcast. It is a great time. Super funny. Everyone's going stir crazy during this quarantine. I know myself, I've been playing way more video games than I've ever played since I had an NES. That was the last time I remember playing video games. Now I have a PS3. You can't get me off that thing. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. I live in a whole different world. I think the world's called Skyrim. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of that world. It's crazy. So, all right. Our next comedian coming up is coming from the OC, Orange County, California. Please give it up for Mr. Luke LaCoy.
Hey. Yay. This is so weird. Hi, my name is Luke. Yeah. I'm getting thumbs down already. All right. I have a standing ovation here with my stuffed animals. So, that's fine. Hi, my name is Luke. It's a biblical name from Star Wars. Yeah, I should have closed my blinds. Now I'm giving Seal Beach a full show here. Okay, this is cool. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's talk about quarantine. Yes. All right. I've been sheltered all week at home. And I think I'm good at it because I've been sheltered my whole life. It's it's bringing me back memories of high school. Actually, I thought of this one today. I went to a dance, and my mom she drove me to the dance, but she didn't drop me off and go home. She parked her converted van out in the parking lot and then waited for me until the dance was over. And then she took me home. So I get this. I get this whole sense of shelterness. I understand it. So I'm very comfortable with this simulation bombing right now. This is great. So how's everyone doing tonight? Wow, everyone's lively on a Friday. Wow. Yeah, so I've been working at home all week. I'm an introvert, so I thought it would be awesome. Turns out that it's weird. It's weird when you don't actually, because I don't actually talk to people when I'm at work. It's like all via email. And so I'm resorting to like talking to things like this during the workday. This is Steve. He's my HR rep. All right, let's get rid of that. Yeah, he's solving all my problems here. And I don't know if you've been outside, like walking around, but it's weird right now. If you like walk outside, number one, it's like people go out of their way to like walk around you, and there's barely like anybody out. It's crazy. Like I almost wish that there was a zombie apocalypse happening, because at least there'd be something to do like when you're out. Like it's weird being afraid of air. Like we can't see it. We're just, and it's named Corona. Like out of all the alcohols, Corona, that's not scaring anybody. Yeah, we need a name like Jose Cuervo, because Jose doesn't mess around. And you know, the college kids, they're not afraid of Corona. They're going out partying at the beach. They should have named it like, you know, feelings, and then they'd be afraid of it. But if you're in college, you know, you're doing a great job. you're doing a great job. So let's see. Yeah, I'm killing it. This is, you know, when I started stand up, I started in like backyards, and then I moved up into like clubs, and now I'm headlining Apartment 11. So this is a cool step. This is going on my resume for sure. After when the clubs start opening, I'm sending this in. They're like, "What shows have you done?" You know what? I featured for David Studebaker in Apartment 11. That's this is going on my comedy resume. That's a good one, Luke. Oh, thanks, Steve. See, Steve knows what's up. He's this is what I've come to, talking inanimate. But you know what? Things like this will actually keep you sane in times of, because I didn't know, like social isolation. This is real. I've always dreamed about being alone, and now that I have it, I don't like it. Like, you know, my wife is like, she's gone during the whole day, and then when she comes home, I have to sleep in a different room. So, you know, this is, I don't know. Disney Plus, they're releasing movies early, so that's nice of them. There's no joke there, but that's nice of them. I'll give a quick story. Since I live with a woman now, I used to live with another woman, and she was a 93-year-old roommate. If I'm politically correct, she was my grandma. But weird things happened in the house. Like I got locked in her bathroom, and I couldn't get out. And I thought, like, I had no idea that grandma built an escape room on her free time. It was nuts, because I was in there for 8 hours, like without a cell phone. And I'm starting to feel like I do now. Like this is crazy. And then, so my mom called a friend over to come get me out. And anyways, I have a picture of the whole story, because a friend had to come use an axe to get me out. And this is like I think in like 1 month of this social isolation, this is going to be all of us getting out of our houses. This is going to be us in the future. And that's me coming out in this doggy door. But if I would have known what I know now back then, I would have taken all the toilet paper. I would have hoarded it. So that's thanks for listening. I hope you have a good time. Be safe out there. Have a good night.
All right, give it up for Mr. Luke LaCoy. He's doing such a great job. It's awesome of him to. That was funny. I know how he feels when you're home and no one else there, or maybe even there are other people there, but you have to do your own thing. So the social isolation thing is weird. Also, for the first time in my life, I understand how Black people feel, because every time I walk down the street now, people walk across the street from me. And so I have like a newfound respect for how that works. I didn't know that was a real thing. Like I was like, oh no, that can't be real. No, that's real. And now I feel bad. So now what I'm going to do is, after I get out of this, every time I see a Black guy on the street, I'm just going to walk up and hold his hand, and we're going to walk down the street together. We'll be brotherly love together. Just going to hold hands. All right. One more comedian coming up for you. This guy is a headliner everywhere. San Francisco, LA, or San Francisco, sometimes in New York, mostly in LA. No, I'm just kidding. He's everywhere. Please give it up for the very funny, very cool Mr. David Studebaker.
Hey, okay, well, Great job, everyone. I'm on a phone because my computer doesn't work, and I don't know exactly what people, if there is an audience, I don't know if this is just us having a hangout or if there's an audience. Oh, Luke left. Okay, there, he's back. Can people see the other you three, or is it just me on their screen? What's happening? Just me. Okay. All righty. Well, I won't interact with the three other men I'm looking at here. This is stand-up performing for no audience. It feels like making out with a pillow. And my mouth is a little less dry right now. But other than that, it's like somewhere between making out with a pillow and doing a bar show in Los Angeles. That's what basically, like, I think this is better than the bar show in Los Angeles because at least there is not a really irritating 35-year-old man forcing a makeout session on a 19-year-old girl. So that is a plus. Also, Luke with the sock. This is a clean show, right? Is it clean? Damn it. Okay. Well, I had the perfect, for the adults out there, things happen with socks sometimes when people are alone. And especially it being the HR person. I'm just going to call it there, but there were things I wanted to say and I'm not going to. I'm showing restraint, great restraint here. I was going to do some jokes, but I think I'll just do the ABCs for you here. This is A for airplane. Okay. I can't see what James is texting at PG-13. Okay. Well, okay. Well, you got the gist. I've moved on from there. But this is whoa, what is David doing back there? Also, this is a little funny because the thing I love about performing is crowd work. So the only crowd I can see is muted, and no one else can see them. So this is going to be, we're going to do something here. I'll be doing a reading from Grapes of Wrath. I'll be reading the first 4 chapters of Grapes of Wrath with commentary after. So if anyone hasn't read the book, spoiler alert, I may skip to the end and really give you the wrath of Jode. So yeah, this is okay. I made some notes 4 minutes before I remembered that I was doing this 7 minutes before I jumped in here, guys. So this is oh yes, okay. People be buying toilet paper, am I right, everyone? Yeah, just buying it all over. How many dumps do people take? What is happening? Like, I never knew. Okay, going into this whole thing, like 3 weeks ago, I bought like 8 rolls of toilet paper. Okay, I have 4.5 left. Why are we buying 700 things? Like, are you just? What's gonna happen? Are we? Do people poop that much, or are they just like planning on not leaving the house? Like, this is not the zombie apocalypse, and so yeah, but a lot of diarrhea. I know diarrhea is one of the symptoms of COVID-19, but I mean, even still, like, I mean, I've had C. coli, which is like the younger brother, like the less harmful younger brother of E. coli. So E. coli, you're like down for a month. C. coli, you're pooping blood for a week. So I had that on a flight, by the way. So I'm a true warrior. Also, with this time, like it's funny because I was at a saying where I was like, the beauty about being a stand-up comedian is that no matter what happens with, screen stuff, whether you're on TV, whatever, no matter what happens, you'll at least be able to make some money doing stand-up because live shows don't go away. Well, I learned that is not the case. My entire income has been completely wiped out. And now the thing that was the only thing that kept me sane with the 11-month-old I chase around the house all day is leaving to do gigs at night and flying away on the weekends. All gone. So pray for me, guys. I know it could be worse. I could be sick, and this is a really legitimately horrible thing. But although on the other hand, I don't like always being around people. And also, like, were we not washing our hands before this? Like, it would be great if people didn't have to die for this to be learned that you should wash your hands and not sneeze on everyone. But hey, you know what? You got to learn somehow. Okay, that's. You know what I should have had? I should have had the applause thing on. James just said wrap up whenever you want. That's when you know you're killing, when someone says, all right, get the okay. Thank you. Oh, thank you, David. I appreciate that. I got about hour and a half left. You people paid $2 for this. I'm giving their money's worth. I'm only halfway through the notepad. Okay, come on. What is? I have to literally. This is what I'm holding it up with because I don't have a functioning computer. And every time they do a message on there, I have to take it off the clip. So, moving on. Let's see. Okay. Yeah. So this is a difficult. I do like though. We've seen the evolution of the clean comedy hour. Or maybe the devolution of the clean comedy hour. I thought the backyard was tough, but James, you keep coming up with more new and exciting ways for me to perform to no one. Oh boy. Not the hardest show though. Sometimes I've had shows where I made it hard on myself. There was a 80s themed comedy night I got booked to headline a while back, and I wore what I wore in the 80s, which was a diaper and nothing else to the show. So that was funny for the first like minute and a half, and then 45 minutes of standing in a cold theater with 20 people in a very large room when I'm in my diaper just felt like I intruded on someone's family gathering in a diaper as an adult male. So that was one. I would love to be able to talk to these guys and really we'd be bouncing, stuff would be happening. But I know the Zoom thing, by the way, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but if anyone started the coronavirus, it was the Zoom company, okay? Because I didn't even know Zoom was a thing. And now like everyone on the planet is on a Zoom. Yeah. So I'm looking at you, Zoom people. If you are of the conspiracy theory variety, those Zoom profits. And do you have to pay for Zoom? Is it a paid service? It is. Okay. Because I was wondering. Okay. Yeah. No, we know who started that whole thing. That didn't start. And also, can we leave the bats alone? Maybe can we leave the wildlife? Just let them do their thing. Maybe I would love to not have bat viruses floating around. I feel like that's probably a good, maybe just leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Okay, what else? I'm still going, James. Okay. David Ross said I could do 3 hours. I'm doing a 3-hour Chappelle set in front of the alphabet. I'm enjoying this. I thought, and by the way, this is what I call quarantine hair. This is not hair product. This is grease. This is grease lightning. Has the whole audience left? Have they all left the chat, or do we still have people? Can you count them on one hand? Can you make a hand? Are they still here? They're still, okay, guys, I'm still going. I'm going till you leave. No? They gone? No? No, we're good. Okay, great. Okay, there's a delay. I'm sorry. You guys want to see my dog? This is one of my. Oh, she ran away. Okay, well, she ran away. Not even my dog likes my comedy. Okay, I had one other thing. Let's see. Okay, I feel like this is. You know, it's funny. This is one of my pet peeves. I don't like it when comedians are doing a set or a show and they go, "Oh, what else?" Or they look at the notebook and make the audience sit and wait. It ruins the flow, not my thing. And here I am, not 1 week into the coronavirus, and I am the man I said I would never be. So what do you guys want to talk about? Okay. Okay, I'll call it there. Let me just say before I wrap up, let me just say that if you're sick, and you are someone who in the past, now if you're someone who gets sick and you can't afford to take the time off and your company doesn't give you paid time off, I'm not talking to you. But the people out there who take pride in going to work sick and and could take time off and make plenty of money, you're worse than the guy who microwaves fish in the office lunchroom. And I'm coming for you. And I've said this for years. This is actually something I've said for years. This is something I've said for years. Yeah, something I've said for years. That how is it that someone knowingly gives me a virus, so I feel like garbage for a week or two, right? But you punch someone in the face, you go to prison. To me, you should go to prison for the virus. Like if felony assault is decking a guy, listen, I'd rather be punched in the face than be sick. You punch me in the face, this can take some hammer. These nasal passages can't take as much. So there's my public service announcement, and I hope we all live.
All right. David Studebaker with his great feedback, telling you about. I think he's right though. If you cough on somebody, they get sick from this, that should be a felony arrest. I'm 100% in agreement with that. All right. So what we'll do is, because I like this idea of everybody being able to be unmuted, we'll do a quick roundabout, like goodbye, where people can find you, all that stuff, and then we'll. So I'm going to unmute everybody, and then whenever you want to go ahead and talk. Let's try not to step over each other. And here we go. Who wants to go first?
Who's first? Am I first? I saw it went. The algorithm just chose me. No one was talking, and they went to me. Okay, well, you can go to davidstudebaker.com. You can find me there. You can go to YouTube and search David Studebaker or Studebaker Comedy. That's Studebaker like the car, Studebaker, for the historic car enthusiasts. Check out David's Arc. It is both James and Luke are integral members of that. David Ross is actually our mascot for David's Arc. He was in our heart before I even met him. He was in my heart, inspired me to do the show. And Facebook, David Studebaker, Twitter, David Studebaker, Instagram, David Studebaker. That's pretty good. That's not easy to get your name as all three. Don't have a check mark though. So it's not that cool, but I have the name, I have the handle. So there you go. And hopefully you can find me alive, and all of us alive.
All right, David Ross.
Okay, hey, how's it going? So let's get the mic out for this. Yeah, I'm David Ross Comedy. You can find me David Ross Comedy Sauce. I've been making sauce videos on YouTube, so
this ketchup video. Ketchup video is the best.
The ketchup? Yeah, that was the last one. I did apple, I did ketchup, I did water. Water's not a sauce, but I did a water one. Next is mustard, barbecue. I'm gonna do sauce that people actually like a ranch. So David Ross, Comedy Sauce, David Ross, you're doing a great job podcast. I just put out a new episode today with my younger brother that was on it. He's a trucker. Actually, they're going to do a write-up in me in the Arizona Daily Star, which is a really hot paper that people, I guess, read. I have never read one, but okay. So David Ross, go ahead. Luke, take it from here, buddy. This was a lot of fun. I look forward to doing this every night with you guys.
Perfect. Luke LaCoy.
You can find me at an apartment near you. You can find me at Luke LaCoy on the social medias, on TikTok. I don't know what I'm doing on there, but I am. Yeah, hopefully this isn't our last comedy show together. This would be a one for the archive. Like, oh yeah, we have Luke's last show he did. It was a live stream. So yeah, be safe out there, and we'll be in another show.
All right. Awesome. Thank you everybody for coming on and listening to us. To watching this show. We're going to be doing another show just like this, a live stream here on YouTube via Zoom on the 21st. So that's tomorrow, Saturday, and same time, 7:00 Pacific Standard Time. And then we will go from there. And One more. Hold on. Go ahead.
Is this live stream recorded? Oh, it is.
Live
Oh,
on
cool.
YouTube.
Okay. Oh, great. Oh, it's on YouTube. Oh, great. Okay, cool. All right. Well, perfect. Awesome. That answers that. I didn't need to cut in with that. I could have texted you after that or asked you and not interrupted and completely ruin your ending. But I am selfish.
All right. So now I've muted David Studebaker. We're going to finish this up. Again, next one is going to be on March 21st at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Check out ComedyPreneur.com. There is a link there. I'll also put the link in the for the live stream there so you guys can see the notes. You can link to it and sign up. We're going to be doing one of these, at least one every Friday and Saturday. We're going to try to do some open mics Monday through Thursday. So keep this going. That way everybody can work on comedy, work on their stuff, and everybody still gets a laugh. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good one, everybody. I'm going to unmute everybody, and everybody wave and say bye.
Bye.
Hey.
I wanted to do my comedy standing up. This feels better.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Thank you.